All right, y'all ready? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy vexyz, the lurking legend. Y'all can just call me Vex. I am the DM for the Group 2 solos, the Scarlet Pirates of TLA D&D. Check out all the links in the description if you want to support all of the wonderful people I'm about to shout out. Major shout out to TLA. Major shout out to all of the other groups in the TLA D&D community. Links in the description for the ones that are streamed. Join the Discord if you want to be a part of your own. Major shout out to my players as well, and to all of you in the chat. Make sure to like the stream, and thank you so much for popping in and joining us. We got a really spicy stream tonight, and before we get into that, we're gonna introduce our players. First up, we got Brother in Arms, the frontline combatant of the last arc himself. Speaking of the last arc, we've got NoChill Dill playing NoChill D.
Yo, what is up, everyone in the chat? How are we all feeling tonight? I know I'm pretty excited for Group 2 to be back. Ready to take out these guys to try taking us out.
Hype. And then next up, we've got the guy, the Shipwright of Group 2, Bang D Boom, who is played by Partypete. How you doing tonight, bro?
Oh, I'm doing good. I think we have to amend that though to award-winning best shipwright.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. If you guys missed the D&D awards over on the TLA channel, check that out. We brought a few home for the crew. Major shout outs.
Right. Yeah, just let them know, but living the dream as always, you know.
There it is.
Ready for another session. You know, I actually am living the dream right now. Got the massage chair on, got a nice orange soda.
Hey.
You know, living it up.
It's Taco Tuesday for me, so as soon as we get done wrapped up here, I'm gonna be gorging on some barbacoa that I made. I'm so hyped. But yeah, living the dream as always. That's the motto. Next up, we've got the W Helmsman, Davos, piloted by Mikey D, aka Torimori. How you doing, brother?
Yo, what's good, chat? What's good, party? Group 2 solos, I'm doing great. I hope everybody else is, and that you're all excited for another wonderful session. I think we're going to get into a few more hijinks, maybe, but I think we're past the shenanigans. We're going to get into some hijinks.
There's such a good selection of words. I love hijinks. It has like 3 dotted letters in a row, so it has like its own built-in ellipsis. We love that. Next up, we gotta do a major shout out to the other brother in arms. We have we actually will be seeing a little bit of this guy. We'll be starting off with Lord Azrael today, and piloting him is the Gate Guardian himself, the one, the only Lord Vegeta, aka Ragnar. How you doing tonight, brother?
I need an adult.
That is a crazy thing to say to start off the stream.
That Neptunian is an adult.
It's probably older than all of the people you've ever known put together. So yeah, that's crazy. Well, hope you're doing all right, and we will be actually doing a bit of a recap and then hopping right into it with Lord Azrael. But before we do that, we got to introduce the one, the only future queen of the pirates herself. We have Captain Scarlet of the Scarlet Pirates, who is played by Balincc.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, stream? Feeling good, feeling nice today. Loki trying to catch me a mustache, man. That's on the loose. So y'all stay tuned for that.
It's on the loose is crazy. But yeah, so just to give a little bit of context, if you weren't here last week, you definitely missed it. Make sure you go check the VOD. It was action packed. We did a 5-hour stream of straight combat. As soon as we got into it, rolled initiative, and we are kind of still not entirely out of the woods yet. We fought 2 gentlemen who were just having a drink, and from 2 covers of stories ago, had apparently intended on leaving no witnesses, and they had exchanged a bit of conversation. Well, one of them did, with Jerry, who who seems to know one of them from the past. Whereas the other guy, the mustached man, did not really say a word, but somehow these people were had experience and like some kind of mastery with the 6 powers. And this guy was using life return to use finger pistols and tempest kicks with his mustache. It was pretty crazy. Another guy who was a very large gentleman with a tiny hat was talking mad smack, and he had been whittled away at by the crew and some of the NPCs that were helping them out. Sonia and Zara had turned on them and shown their true colors and started just taking out civilians because obviously they're going to go where the money is. And they also really don't like the Scarlet Pirates since they took all of their weapons and cut off Homegirl's trigger finger and talked a lot of shit on their turf. So that all happened. Sonia and Zara were both defeated, whereas the mustached man had gotten out of the establishment after being blasted through one of the walls and had climbed the roof, and Scarlet had went outside and followed him, splitting from the rest of the crew. The other gentleman, the large gentleman with the little tiny hat, who was talking with Jerry, had slashed through one of the walls with a tempest kick and also completely demolished one of the pillars, the support beams in the center of the bar. And we are moments from the bar crumbling down atop of all of the crew as Scarlet, Dalt Wisney, and Russ were scooped up by Rocky B, who was running along the back of the building, dockside. So I'm going to switch us over to that map briefly, just so this chat can kind of get like a bit of an image of like where things are positioned. If Roll20 does what it's supposed to do. Crazy. So yeah, we got some fresh damage. We love destroying maps. You know, that's what we do here. So we have a few additions to the map here, as one wall has been entirely blown out and another one as well. Some of the lighting's changed a bit, and we see climbing through the rubble is this gentleman. As turning the corner is Dalt Wisney, Russ, and Captain Scarlet on Rocky B back. Before we get into that, and speaking of be back, we will be right back to that situation, but we spent so much time in combat. I want us to make sure we go and see what exactly is happening in Lord Azrael's neck of the woods. So we are going to, give me just 1 second.
Under the sea.
I'm not in the woods, I'm in the ocean.
You're in the a different kind of woods. Let's see. Here we go. A bit of a change of scenery here as Lord Azrael comes back to consciousness, and things seem less ebb and flow and a little bit more rock steady. You notice that the tides have completely quelled around you, and there is a scattering of debris across as far as you can see. There are like bits of like statically charged pools and some bioluminescent like algae lining this gut that you're residing in currently. But yeah, you seem to have survived, you know, but you feel extremely malnourished, and something seems off to you. Then give me a insight. First roll of the night, baby.
All right. There's one thing I ever feel good about. It's usually my insight.
That's rough, buddy. So we go with the 18 minus 3 is a 15. 15 is great. You are able to get plenty of information. Kind of, you're a little bit, your head's filled with fog initially, but you come to and you realize that with how malnourished you are, it doesn't quite make sense, because you have enough nutrition here to sustain you at least a little bit, right? You also notice that you had one corpse of one of the it wasn't a hagfish, it was the other one, a lamprey, that you were it was not successfully alive. You tried to keep it alive, right? But it had passed, and you were able to figure out how to harvest like some meat off of it, but it is largely poisonous as they live off of other things, blood and things like that. There could be pathogens all within it, but you were able to like figure out a little bit about what could be potentially edible there and what's not and things like that. Give me a medicine really quickly. But off of a 15, you feel like, oh wow, dude, you're rolling cracked. Like, let's go. So that's an 18 on the medicine. You can tell by the lamprey flesh that is near you where you passed out and then woke up that you have actually been passed out for almost a full, it has to have been like a, you clock the time of death of this lamprey at about 30 hours ago. So it's been like easily another whole 24 hours since you since you last remember being conscious, and that might explain why you're a bit malnourished. But now that the water has subsided for the most part, and there is solid ground kind of underneath you, and you can see a lot of debris scattered around, you are ridiculously hungry, and because of that, you didn't really benefit from any long rest or really get rid of any of your exhaustion points. This is the result of your survival checks from the last time we saw you while the tides were still up in this gullet here. If there's anything you'd like to do or any thoughts that you have going through your mind right now, you have the floor.
Well, last time I was eager to capture the body. Food is important, but that wasn't the main reason I needed the body. You mentioned something to me about the lamprey being able to survive in the water because they have a filtration system in their body that allows them to filter out the poison. I was thinking of getting that, whatever organ that is, and then make a mask out of it.
Yeah, that is correct. That is absolutely correct. Roll me a D100. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, we love a good D100. 84 is great. That is absolutely great. You notice that through your dissection, and even though this has started to decay a little bit, and maybe that the flesh is not like really great anymore, it seems that you have noticed that there are some buggies and some bacteria that seem to be eating away at most of the flesh, but there is one specific apparatus here near its mouth that is not being eaten away, and you can assume that might be because that's where some poison is being held onto. And so just kind of doing a little bit of 2 + 2 is 4, and some intricate discerning from your medical skills, because you got a really good roll. That 18 is still carrying you a little bit from your previous medicine check. You're gonna kind of really easily be able to figure out where that organ might be located on these lamprey, and thankfully, like I said, the bacteria and the buggies have left it completely alone. So it has not deteriorated over the 24 hours that you've been passed out, like the 30 or so hours since this thing has, kicked the bucket.
All right, that sounds great, actually. Well, over here, I don't know if you remember, Vex, but when I was on this boat, I actually went to the top really quickly, and that's where I mainly stayed because there was a lamprey at the bottom that could have, I was really low, so I was scared of dying. So I never actually searched the bottom.
Okay. And you are wanting to search the bottom now, I'm assuming. You have plenty of there's everything's a little bit dank and damp and musty down here. But thankfully the half of the ship that you were on didn't seem to be taking on any more water. It was a little bit more buoyant, which leads you to believe that the water properties, you know, are a little bit off, and you had already kind of figured that out because of the poison and things like that. So thankfully, through some twist of fate, you know, this ship didn't take on, this half of the shipwreck didn't take on any water, but there is still just like a lot of humidity in this atmosphere. And it was, you know, on the bottom of the ocean when you found it. So it's all pretty damp and wrecked and whatnot. But you can give me an investigation if you wanted to check out the whole below deck area here.
Okay.
That's crazy. Oh my god, dude, you're on fire today. That is insane. So you are able to very easily, you know, lift through some of the dilapidated remains of the lower deck here, and you can see that like the support beam underneath the mast is just barely holding on to the keel, which has like started to splinter, and there's mold and algae all over everything, seaweed clusters and things like that. You're able to see that this is the forecastle of a ship, which means there is a bit of housing and the kitchen specifically, or what would have been from one very, very long ago. You see some rusted cookware and tools and things like that. You see a ton of spoiled, you know, ingredients and or things that ingredients used to be held in before it was devoured by the bottom feeding sea life. You see there is some like rusted bed frames and like some like waterlogged mattresses and things like that. Some chests that you can presume probably contain clothing and whatnot. With a crit, you're able to actually notice that one of the chests is still latched, completely closed. And as you crack it open, it's like Legend of Zelda moment where it's like, you know, like spinning, the camera pans around you and there's a glowing golden light as you open it up, and it's like ba, 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 and it seems to have remained watertight somehow miraculously through however many countless years that it's been down here. And you see that there seems to be a bit of military garb. This was a ship that the sails were eaten away completely, and you couldn't really tell entirely if this was a pirate ship or a merchant ship or what, but you're able to kind of gather now that this seems to be more of what was a military, like a crusader ship from potentially hundreds of years back. And these are some jade colored uniforms. So it's like, you know, an over like
it actually suits my skin color.
Yeah, unfortunately these are going to be way smaller than you are. So and they only have two arm, you know, holes. I guess that's the word for it. Is there a better word than armhole for that part of a shirt? Who knows? But you're like, I think you're like what, like 10 or 11 feet tall or some shit like that. I don't remember. I can look it up right now. But you're a big guy.
It's between 9 and 11 feet.
Yeah, these are some normal sized clothing for the most part. It seems that whoever's chest this was about maybe 6 feet tall or something, or some change. But you do notice there's like a hat and like a overcoat and like some like pleated pants and then like a undershirt and some long johns and stuff like that. So there's just some cool clothing as you rummage through. Again, this is a crit, guys, so we're gonna give you something a little bit nice. You notice that there is actually a jade dagger held within a folded t-shirt.
Oh, finally! Oh, weapon! Oh! You see me just run like, you ever seen somebody like a dog? Just run, they run, then they drop to their knees, and they start crawling. A weapon! Yeah, and so this weapon that was kept in an airtight container, its handle is tarnished gold. So it has lost its luster. It is not very shiny, and it is very like almost, it's not rusted or anything like that, but it does have a very dingy bronzish tone to it. But you could tell that this is a bit heavier than bronze, and the blade itself is a dagger that's about 2 feet long, and it has a bit of like a hush, Rosie.
has a bit of like a hook at the end of it. Like it's got like a curve, kind of like imagine like a reverse scimitar, and then at the very end it's almost like a fish hook bit.
Oh. I'll name you Jade Fishhook.
Nice. Everything else that you're able to find down here is just immensely ruined, and yeah, just centuries of wear and tear and bottom feeding, just scavenging through this place. But somehow, through some twist of fate, almost like, you know, a critical investigation check, you did find just one area that was sealed away from the elements for all of those years.
So, them ancient cookery, right? Does that include pots and pans?
Yes, they're heavily rusted, coated with algae, and like some of like there's like a pot that has its bottom completely eaten up, like through it. There's some like rusted knives that the handles are completely like waterlogged, and like the tang of the knife is like poking through, and like everything seems beyond repair for the most part.
Okay. Can you see what I ping?
No, just move your token there wherever you're trying to, or are you going off ship?
No, not yet. You see that crate right in front of me?
Yeah.
There's a net on it. I want the rope stuff on that. I want the net.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, I knew your luck had to run out eventually. You go for the netting on that, and as you do, the corners of the waterlogged boards and of the crate and things like that just barely like nick this thing, and it didn't feel very structurally sound as it was when you started to grab the net, and it completely splits and like unravels, and it was just, you know, centuries old like hempen rope just kind of just has a way of like after it's been waterlogged for so long, just almost like disintegrating under pressure.
All right. When you say spoiled food, how spoiled are we talking here?
It probably has been entirely replaced with bacteria at this point. Dill said in chat, in Roll20 chat, I'm afraid not. That is a classic dad joke. Also, sorry if you guys can hear my nephew. He's like super hype in the background right now. But yeah, that net specifically is no good. And you would think that you'd have to find some sort of treated net if anything is to be survivable down, like for after so long. It's all so fragile, you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, now I'm thinking of making some using these rocks to jump from here, basically, to see if I can get to the other ship over that side.
Okay, so you're gonna try to like skip to Maloo a bit. So you're trying to like go like right here, I'm assuming, and then like here, and then I don't know where from there though.
Oh, let me see. So, yeah, I'm gonna start with like this rock right here. So, like this one, and then jump from that rock to the rock in front of it.
Okay. Yeah, you with ease, you know, you're able to make sure like you're carrying a little bit of dead weight because you still have no function of two of your arms. But this doesn't seem too difficult with like the smaller gaps, but if you're trying to make a bigger than 10-foot gap, I will need an acrobatics. You're also able to notice just with your passive that there are bones as well as crates and barrels and these like strange rocks. There's just broken like oars, tons of seaweed and algae covered things as well. And it seems that there's like a sleek, the floor here is it looks a bit like sleek, almost like slippery and soft-ish. And as you jump from rock to rock off of the ship, there is like a little bit of like a you could feel that your weight does shift like as you the floor around you. There's like a bit of an imprint where you go, giving you an unnerving feeling of and reminding you that you are in something that's alive right now.
That is true.
You also notice that there's this anchor over here, and surprisingly enough, it does not have any rust on it. But there's
here?
this one right here.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, this guy right here. There's like a whole bunch of bones and stuff like that, but surprisingly enough, that anchor does not have any rust on it. It bears a skull on it, giving you the feeling that that was in fact from a pirate ship at one point in time. You can also see a bell over here in the distance that also bears no rust. And yeah,
okay.
so if you can give me insight. Let's see how this goes. I believe in you. It's a straight 10. From a 10, you are able to gather that those objects are both metal, and them not having rust on them could be useful, to you in some means or another. And you also get the feeling that because all of the things from the ship that you were just on did have rust on them, something's different about these things. But that's all you really get off a 10.
Yeah, but see, right now I don't have any confidence I'll be able to lift an anchor.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, what would you like to try to do next?
See, I want to jump from this rock to that rock.
I'll give you that one, but if you're going to try to go to this rock next, I will need an acrobatics, or this rock, because they're pretty far away.
Well, I will be jumping to that rock next, so let's roll that acrobatics.
So the DC is going to be a 12.
Oh. Well, we're not going to be happy about this, guys. I've never rolled a good acrobatics ever.
Oh my god, that's an 11. So which one? The top or the bottom rock? Like the one closer to the bell or this one up here? Okay. You're going to be just shy of that, and you're going to land on the squishy below surface that is not in fact the rock. And to your surprise, it does not shock you. And it's a little bit sleek and slippery, but you're able to get footing pretty easily on it, so you don't trip or fall or anything like that. But I don't know, do you wear footwear? Do you wear shoes at all, or are you just like, barefoot all the time?
Probably sandals, similar to like how Jinbei wears sandals. Probably sandals.
Yeah, we'll say that one of your sandals was lost in the in all of the ruckus, but so you have one foot flat on the surface of this stomach here, and another foot has a sandal, and you, like I said, to your surprise, you're not shocked or electrified like at all. There's no charge currently active on this body part.
Well, I'm gonna go on top of the rock and examine my feet. Are my feet okay?
Yeah, you're fine. Just like with a passive like check, you're noticing that like they seem fine. You also clocked with the medicine roll from earlier, the time of death of that lamprey that had so you know that you were passed out for about 24 hours. Give me a history. And we're looking for another 12 or higher here.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
It might. Oh, yeah. Nope. Do you remember that there are sporadic intervals that you kind of you're a little bit foggy about like the when, but there are periods of time that electricity does not pulse through the chamber that you're in. Then there are periods of time where it does. But off of that low of a roll, you have no idea when the next period of active current will start. So it could be any second.
Well, I will be moving forward.
He
Hoping
said,
to not slip again.
he said dope. All right. For this next rock, you won't really need to make a check or anything. That one's fine.
So, this jump, I know I'm going to need a check. It's a bit far,
Which one are you going for? Oh, over here?
So,
Yeah,
pretty much.
There's gonna be another DC 12 acrobatics, please.
Come on. You can do it.
Let's
I knew it.
go. Okay. Mark your calendars, everybody, as the first really cracked acrobatics roll from Lord Azrael. That is, even with 3 levels of exhaustion, a soft 20. We love to see it. With that, I'll say that you have enough momentum to get from that rock to the ship on a second leap. You like keep that forward momentum going and make just like a great stride and hop all the way to the next one. No check needed. So you can get on the edge of the ship just barely. And you just notice this little guy, who's just all bones right here, just chilling, not having a great time, covered in algae. Some of the bones are being like eaten away and hollowed out, it seems. And there's a crate right in front of you, a wrecked dinghy, and you can see underneath here on the lower deck area, which is about eye level to you, that there is the remnants of what used to be a captain's quarters, whereas the upper deck, you don't really have a good really good eyesight like of what's up there yet. Excuse me. I'm gonna grab a water really quick.
Okay.
Okay. So now that you're on this bottom half of lower half of the back half of this ship, what are you looking at? What are you trying to accomplish here?
Well, I just need to know what I'll have at my I need to know what tools I'll have at my what do you call it? Dispense?
Disposal?
Disposal, thank you. I was thinking expense. Anyway. So I need to search this ship. I just need to know what I can use right now.
Yeah, you can give me so as far as what you could use right now, you found your torture's tools. But remember, the leather was like waterlogged and like will for sure rot. But you found all of the metal from your torture's tools and some glass implements as well. So you have some needles, you have some scalpels, you have the jade dagger, you have like you have a little bit of your equipment that you were previously with, but and you found some money and some clothes, but not much of the clothes will probably fit you as far as the jade uniform.
The clothes. Could I use the needle with the clothes to like stitch up the mask like I was saying? I probably just chew it to give it what do you call it? That leather effect.
Okay.
Like with my saliva.
I'm gonna call this a survival.
Survival.
I think
Well,
that applies, right?
yeah, no, I think it's fine. I'm just hoping that this goes well. You know,
My goodness.
If this goes bad, I don't really know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Shout out to me for forgetting what sleeves are called, and shout out to Vex for I'm sorry. Shout out to Maze for reminding me in the chat. That's hilarious.
Oh shit!
That's
yeah, I was just gonna
insane.
let it rock, bro.
Oh my goodness. So that is a ridiculously cracked roll. You are able to make out of like the cloth and like some stitching and some like treatment that you have. Like you said, you're gonna chew them a little bit and give them a leathery and like you had that organ that you had gotten from the decaying lamprey that seemed to be unaffected by the bacteria. So you are able to make a like a bit of a breather that you believe will absolutely filter out poisons. You're not sure about how much poison this thing has as far as its capacity, but you are pretty certain that this will be able to get you out of like maybe like life-threatening peril if you need to get out of like a sticky situation where you do end up in like some poisonous water. It might like it won't affect you like through your gills, but you're not sure about like the effects it'll have on your skin. And if in fact all of this water does evaporate and the poison starts to fill the air in a gaseous state, you're pretty confident this will keep you alive for a bit longer.
All right. Well, it's time to search the boat.
Okay, like I said, this is the remains of a captain's quarters.
Well, before that, I'm gonna take this body and say, "Rest in peace in the name of Davy Lovins," and move on with my life.
Let's go. We love that. But yeah, this is a pretty low check just because it's pretty wide open and exposed here and there's not much, but give me another investigation if you're going to search around through the lower deck of the back half of the ship. This would be what was referred to as, before the ship was wrecked, the after castle. Just typically where captain's quarters are.
Okay. Oh my god, that wasn't actually bad.
13's not bad. So you're able to see everything is wrecked. There is a waterlogged globe and what looks to be a rusted gyroscope of sorts, as well as like a completely like busted and dented and like rusted in and warped spyglass telescope type of thing. So there's like there's a table here that's like cracked in, and there was like a film on it as if like there was like some dissolved paper that has aged and since been disintegrated like long ago. So maybe this was like where the captain charted a course. And you know, there's some wrecked navigator's tools here. There's some more chests full of like clothing, but these are not airtight, and the clothing is completely waterlogged, and there's just algae like on all of the metal parts of everything here looks just like completely irreparable. But you do see that there is a rusted dagger sticking out of the waterlogged globe. And the dagger seems to be in the north blue, stabbed into the part of the globe where the north blue is, and you could see a faded little tracing, you know, like inkings of like what the world used to look like whenever this ship did sail the seas still. And you see Liv Neal as two separate islands before they came to form as one, and the mountains in the middle were formed, much like on the Skeleton Coast, that map that you guys found at LxrD, that temple in the desert. And the knife is plunged directly in between both halves of what you now know as Liv Neal, where the mountains would be formed today.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll use one of my tools. Well, probably the rusty knife. Well, the rusty knife probably wouldn't work. But I'll use one of the torturer's tools, like probably just the saw, and then I'll like barely cut out the area specifically where Liv Neal is at, and just get the thin layer that's attached to the globe, like the map area, the thin sheet that's actually slapped onto the globe. Peel that off, wrap that in the cloth I found, and stuff that in my pocket.
Okay, nice. So you got that, and then there doesn't seem to be really much else here. But it like I said, everything is in disrepair. Everything that is here is just like a ruined or waterlogged version of what it used to be. And yeah, you don't really glean much of like what kind of captain this might have been, but you can assume that this is the bottom half or the back half of the front half that you were, you know, this is the same part of that same shipwreck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd also see right behind you is this dinghy that has like holes punched into through the bottom of it and things like that. But it seems to be a little bit fresher than like the rest of this. This might be from a different shipwreck that was carried into this wreck by the tides, because remember it was like a clockwise, like a spiral downwards. But this seems much fresher. The dinghy, at least, it still has holes in it and shit like that, but. That's an interesting thing to note. Are you going to try to climb up onto the top deck of this back half of the ship?
Well, first I wanted to get the glass out of the scope that you mentioned earlier.
Oh yeah, it is completely scratched to hell, and there's like algae coating it and stuff like that. If you're gonna try to mess with that, I mean, would that be like a sleight of hand? I'm not sure. How are you trying to get the glass out?
I am going to literally break the outer shell, like peel it off. Because you said it was like, what call it, rusty or like degraded.
Yeah,
so
it was
just, like break it off and then remove the glass.
Okay, are you trying to be delicate at all, or are you just gonna go ham on this thing?
Yeah, because I need the glass not to be damaged, or any more damaged.
Okay, I'll say you could either roll. You could roll like an unarmed strike, but I don't know if that's really what you're wanting to do here. You can roll torture's tools, or you could roll like a sleight of hand. One of those three options.
Oh.
There is potentially consequences to some of them, just to let you know, if the roll is not great.
Oh. Oh, sleight of hand. Don't fail me now. Don't fail me now.
Yeah, it's warped in a way, and it like the metal is like just rusted in all of the wrong ways. You're not necessarily able to pry it open with your hands or anything like that. It's not like you're concerned about what's on the inside, so you're not going full force on it. And you don't really get anywhere with that. The benefit of sleight of hand is that other than getting your hands kind of dirty, it doesn't really have any major penalties, but obviously the other two could have a bit of backfiring. Could be a little bit counterintuitive.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my shit and punch it.
Okay, go ahead and make an unarmed strike. How much time do you think you spend on it trying to fiddle with it before you just punch this thing?
Like 12 minutes.
Wow, that is a crazy good hit, actually. You're not hulking, though, so I don't know if that's as much damage as it does, but
it's probably not as much.
Yeah, a 16 is great, though. That is above what this thing's AC was. So you do... I'll just say that you do, like, well, you rolled max damage on that, too. That's crazy. I'll say that you're able to crack it, and it cracks almost directly in half, and you can see that there's like some like water that pours out of it, and two of the like so there's like a bit of like multiple lenses that are angled in such a way, you know what I mean? And so like there are normally let's just say in this size of telescoping spyglass, there's like, let's just say 10. I don't actually know how many there are, and I'm not going to Google it right now, but let's say there's usually 10 lenses of assorted sizes that are like magnifying and things like that. Two of them are cracked, but 8 of them are still holding their shape, although they are murked up. They are scratched, and there's like silt staining them, and like some of them have like the outer one has algae covering like it, and like that, so that they're holding their shape, and they are in fact glass discs, but they are not going to be very good at magnifying any kind of light, you know what I mean? Visibility is extremely poor on visibility is like completely nothing on the one that's covered in algae. So you have 8 different sized glass discs from this.
All right, so what I need is for my eyes not to be bothered by the poison water.
I get you. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to see if I can makeshift some goggles with this, using whatever materials I've left over from the cloth to keep them together, and that's about it. I'm gonna make some goggles and see what happens.
Okay. Makeshift goggles, because you've got cloth still, and now you've got these glass bits and whatnot. That is going to be very ambitious. So there's going to be a little bit higher of a DC. And again, I don't really know what else to rule it as, because you don't have a lot of like tool proficiencies for most of these things, other than just survival.
I don't have any tools on me.
Yeah, that's you have
Except
torturous
for torturous
tools.
tools.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know if you want to do that. But you, I'll say survival. And this is going to be a little bit of a higher DC. We're looking to clear a 15 here.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, 15, huh? Oh, 15. 15 is a lot.
It's pretty high, yeah. You gotta roll pretty good.
Let's go! 15.
Oh no, bro. So you muster up like a bit of a prototype. You don't feel confident in it at all, and you're thinking that it's missing something. It's not.
You said I have like 6 different shaped ones, right?
You have 8 of different sizes.
So technically, I got 4 tries at this.
Like I said, you feel like it's missing something. So I mean,
Missing something?
Yeah, with like you could try again, and maybe you get it right this time with using maybe a different part of the shirt and different lenses, but you're really not confident in this first prototype here. Yeah.
Could I roll an insight to somehow try to figure that out, what I'm missing?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. You got no clue, man.
Yeah, I'm absolutely flabbergasted.
I guess the first thing that comes to your mind is like, man, if only I had some like plastic or something like that, right? But you don't know where any of that would. Like most everything here is like ruined or like waterlogged, like fabric and cloth and paper and wood and metal, and now you found glass.
I know where I can get something similar to plastic. Yeah. I'm gonna climb up on top of here.
Oh God.
I'm gonna look at these starfish and be like, "I'm sorry, starfish." I start skinning them. Skin the starfish.
No way.
The starfish.
That's crazy. Roll me torturer's tools.
Torture. That's evil. I don't know how to torture them. That makes me more evil than I want to be.
I mean, you can give him. Oh wow, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. You get through some of the harder exterior of some of these starfish and find some like more squishier bits. And I'm gonna let you know right now, they freaking smell. And as you're handling the starfish, it did kind of like it kind of eked out some juices that started to make the wood sizzle a bit below it. And you were pretty careful about not getting anything on your hand. And it doesn't seem to affect the metal of your tools though. But it's eating through this
I'm a
wood.
surgeon. Oh. Okay. Well, see,
Don't know
now
if you
that
don't know if you feel
skin
really
of the starfish.
you could you might you I don't know how confident you are that that would be something you want to put on your face.
No, yeah, I'm not confident, but you know, this is the greatness of science.
Oh my
Trial
goodness,
and error.
brother. Okay.
Before there was a wheel, there was something else.
As you're up there now, you have a bigger vantage point. You can kind of see a little bit more around you, and you notice that in this pool, to the bottom of the map here, there is like what looks to be like an orca skeleton submerged in the shallow, murky depths here. Pretty close by.
Can you ping it? Is it over here?
It's down on the bottom of the map right here.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, that's the one.
So yeah, you notice that. I was thinking the same dumb joke, Dill, but I didn't say it. I'm glad somebody did though. You give me a nature. This is gonna be a pretty low DC. Either nature. Well, hold on. Either nature or history. Your pick.
I am one with nature. You see.
Oh man.
The problem is I can't see. My eyes. They hurt.
Big same. Yeah, you don't really get anything off of that. But I mean, the one thing that you do get off of that is you're like, man, I didn't think whales were in this part of the north. But other than that, you really don't get anything.
I really didn't think whales were in this part of the north. So
Okay.
So, I guess there are.
Anything else you're trying to do or accomplish on this day? As your stomach growls.
Oh, my stomach growls. You got some seaweed I could eat, you know?
Yeah, you
Seaweed
woke up.
good.
You woke up malnourished, brother.
Oh, there's some seaweed right here I could eat, you know? Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna try to eat some seaweed.
I'm gonna pick out the ones that aren't rotting too badly. Yeah. Some seaweed.
Let's go. And you've already kind of rolled for that a little bit. So at this point, we're going to do your 3 mandatory survival checks for the day. And we're gonna see kind of how you do just surviving. So like finding enough sustenance is edible and sustainable for your life and health. I got this bottle of water
before
and didn't drink any of it.
So would this be like I don't know, like the end of the day or the beginning? Still the beginning of the day.
We'll say that it's been a bit of you getting over here and investigating and things like that, as well as your operation that you did on the starfish and things like that, and some of your crafting. It's been a bit of time.
Yep.
If there's anything else that you're wanting to do other than just eat on this day, you can let me know. But this would be about mid. You have no idea if it's day or night outside of this this situation.
The sun looks like it's nowhere.
But you
All right,
have been
so-
awake and conscious for some time now, and you woke up starving. And so you have been awake for some time now, but not like a full day, you know, or like a full like 12 hours or anything like that, you know.
Well, as usual, I'm going to bless my meal with a Davy Lowen's prior. Dear Davy Lowen's, we come before you today to let you know we're thankful for the meal. Please do not tax me on the seaweed. Amen.
Nice. Oh man, that's great. 2 more. Oof.
Yo, Davy Lowen's loves
Wow.
me.
That's actually really crazy. So definitely above average. You got a 21, a 20, and then, you know, a 7. But you definitely rolled above average, and we will have better results than last time, absolutely. With this one, you do notice as you're going to chow down after your prayer and things like that, there is a surge of electricity that like swoops laterally throughout the floor here, and the water all starts to like statically pop and like bubble and things like that. And you notice that there are like a few like small fishies and things like that that are immediately cooked and like float to the surface of some of these puddles. And there is some algae that starts to illuminate, and a whole bunch of the metals that are touching like the surface, and some of these rocks start to like start to glow warm, like if they're hot. And there's even heat waves coming off of some of them and things like that. But you being on this wooden ship here, especially elevated off of the ground level of it, you don't feel any of the electricity that just like swarms through like all of the surface here. It's like the floor is lava, but it's like electricity, you know what I mean? And you do also kind of smell a bit more of a decaying ripeness as the air starts to become a little bit more murky. And the electricity will continue to surge for sporadically for a number of hours.
Hours? Oh no! I'm stuck here!
So with your successful survival checks, we're going to go ahead and eliminate another one of your another 2 of your levels of exhaustion. So I think you're only at 1 level now, right?
That's right!
And with that, let's fucking go indeed. With that, you are going to be kind of stranded on that part of the boat for until the electricity stops, and we will go back to the port.
Wait, one more thing.
Yes.
Can I roll something for my mental state to see if I'm still mentally stable?
Absolutely. You can make a wisdom saving throw.
See, I like doing these because it makes me know, where am I? Am I okay?
Holy shit, bro.
Oh,
okay.
I think I'm fine.
Bro.
I'm fine. Just think of Ragnar then. Ragnar
Lord
is
Azrael.
raising me.
Yeah, Lord Azrael is in rare form today, guys. This is crazy. So that's not quite a soft 20, but yeah, that's insane. Oh yeah, because he only has 1 level of exhaustion. That is in fact a soft 20. So you feel a bit more confident after this day and figuring out that now you for sure know, and as long as you stay, healthy and have the nutrition that is needed to you, that you can keep track of when this lightning does in fact cut off. This is going to be another like bit of information. So if you get like an appropriate night's rest and are well fed and you don't like conk out and be malnourished for 24 hours again, you have a little bit more equipment, a little bit more know-how on how to survive here, a little bit more confidence. You feel feel like for the first time in a couple of days, you might be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Like there is hope potentially here. Plus that seaweed was bussin', so you know that was fun. That was good too. You know.
Hey, got that Gucci seaweed.
But with that, we are now going to go back up to the port, and we are going to see what the rest of the crew is dealing with. That did not work at all. Hope you guys have enjoyed this installment of Down Below with Lord Azrael.
Ragnar's underwater adventures.
So
Yo, Loki, this should be a cover story. I'm not gonna lie to you.
no, I'm gonna make you play it out, brother. We got other shit going on in the cover
Are
stories.
you trying to say that you want that shit to be off-screened? What do you mean?
You can message me though. Yeah, you can message me throughout the week, like you had talked to me a couple sessions ago about you wanting to get the breathing apparatus figured out. You could feel free to hit me up with any of that in our off time.
Yeah, no problem.
But you don't got to. I don't want to be giving you homework, but you absolutely could. So yeah, as the general state of things here had reached a climax, some could say, as right about here inside, there were these two support beams keeping the roofs atop of this bar, and right about here, this homie had just absolutely tempest kicked in and destroyed one of them, and it's crumbling beneath as he with ridiculous speed used shave to get away from everybody else, and is crawling through some of the rubble here from when he kicked out this wall. Literally as that all happens, around the corner we got the queen, we got Captain Scarlet, as well as Dalt Wisney and Russ on Rocky B's back, rushing towards him with great haste. Before we get into all of this, Balincc, you are about to be in the heat of the moment here. Before we do that, we are going to we're gonna kind of focus on one bit of interaction that happens inside of the bar. I did not have time to make an inside of the bar that got destroyed, so we're just gonna kind of like stare at this situation while all of that goes down. But you guys on the inside, so it'd be Davos, Bang D Boom, Brother Dill, as well as a whole bunch of the crew NPCs and some other NPCs that are cowering underneath tables and things like that, or climbing out of windows. Those individuals and the people making death saves like Sonya and Zara, they are all on the inside, and Jerry sees that this support beam is crumbling and will not hold for much longer. And he looks at each of you that are directly surrounding him and are within like 5 feet and says, back up, but not too far. He's like, I got an idea. And he's just like, fuck, I don't know where the rest of you went, but you're going to have to trust me. And he tells all of those of you who are surrounding like this little area, like, so Davos, whose finger he just fixed, as well as Bang D Boom, who was like near, and Brother Dill, who was right up in the fray. He tells you all to back up, but not too far.
I will happily comply.
And he looks up.
I will also comply and motion Big Azra towards me.
Yeah, Big Azra, as well as Samia, and like most of the NPCs all kind of like huddle around, but like giving him a little bit of a wide berth, but being closer to him as this all starts to crumble and parts of the roof start to like cave in slowly. And he's just like, we gotta speed this up a little bit. And he gets his hammer and thwacks straight into the support beam, cracking it straight in half as the roof crumbles down on top of all of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make like the surprised Usopp face.
The building right next to you, Scarlet, as Rocky Beef in his quick footfalls like turn the corner, you can see it starting to cave in from the center. and there is just a huge blast of debris that shoots out from all the windows and the doors and things like that. And give me just a second here, and we will do a bit of renovating, if you will.
Oh my gosh.
And Scarlet, what is going through your mind as you see this person who just crawled out of this wreckage as the building crumbled behind him?
You know, it's just funny. Bang said his face expression was like, "Ooh, Sauce, my jaw is to the floor right now, touching grass. I can't believe what I'm seeing."
Dalt and Russ both gasp in unison, and Rocky B kind of like makes a bit of a sad moan, and they all seem directionless. And what will you do? What will you say, Scarlet?
Shit, I'm gonna start yelling out names. Bang, Dill, Big Azrael, Samia.
This guy right here
What's going
starts laughing, and he takes like another step or two out from the wreckage, and he goes, "Well, that was close. It looks like your friends are toast." And he cracks his neck, and he pulls out of the pocket of his shirt a little sandwich, just like a little finger sandwich with the crust cut off. Looks like it's got cucumbers and pickled carrots, maybe some cilantro, and he just starts nibbling away at it. And he's like, "Time to finish the job." He kind of sumo stances as he looks at you and Rocky B and Russ and Dalt.
I'm gonna tell Russ and Dalt that this ain't over. I'm gonna point my rapier at this man. We have to slay him.
Okay. Russ is an absolute G and has he's absolutely cracked, and so he is going to have an arrow knocked already as you say this. And as far as you, Scarlet, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative. Combat is not over. Round 2 has begun. That's actually freaking crazy. So let me clear off my initiative tracker because there's a bunch of old names on here, and of course Roll20's taken its time. But if you wanted to make any pre-combat like checks, like you have a pretty active perception, so I can give you a little bit of set dressing here in a second. Is there anything else you're trying to figure out before combat starts? Again,
I want to know if anybody is under that rubble. Friend or foe, if anybody has possibly survived.
You can give me an insight.
Alright, bet.
Oh wow, 23 is insane. You are extremely worried at first, and you actually feel like all hope is lost for a split second, and then you hear the whisperings of some familiar voices as the building comes crumbling down on top of all of you. What is your initial reaction, Bang D Boom?
Well, surprise. But, you know, I trust Jerry, so I'm just kind of hoping for the best.
And what is your initial reaction, Brother Davos?
I'm like coughing up some dust, struggling to catch my breath. Just like, oh.
And Brother Dill.
I also trust Jerry, but I think that he just sped up the process and dropped this building on top of our heads.
He did do that, actually. And then Brother Ragnar, if you wanted to speak any words on behalf of Harry or Softy Boy or Samia, your fellows at the Gin Project. What do you think would be going through their minds as an entire building of stonework and woodwork is crumbling down upon them?
This wouldn't happen if the boss was here.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Wild. As you all say these things and are reacting, your trust in Jerry has paid off. As you see a square slab of perfectly preserved woodworking is about 15 feet, on each side, is being hoisted above you all. And to the outside folk, it seems like all hope was lost and like everything has been completely crushed. But to the very select few that have been on the inside and have stayed close enough to Jerry is holding up the freaking the like he is pulling a full Odin right now, except you guys are underneath it instead of like on top of it, you know what I mean? But he is supporting the weight of this whole building and holding it on his shoulders as the rest of you are like being kind of saved. And he's just kind of like trust me, it's gonna be better if they think they finished the job for now. And Scarlet, although you are far away and in the heat of things, and you are seeing Russ knock an arrow and Rocky B's loud footfalls are making it far too hard for you to reasonably be able to hear anything, you hear this almost echoing in the back of your mind that Jerry says it'll be better if they think you're dead for now.
Oh shit! I'm gonna just be confused at this point. I don't know I don't know. Shit.
Okay, so now we will have an initiative pop off, and Russ is going to be actually somebody who will be able to go on this first round, as he is unable to be surprised. So first, this guy, he just be eating a sandwich, and that's really all he does right now, as he stares down all of you and sees this rhino advancing forward, which Rocky B will act on Dalt Wisney's turn as well. Russ has knocked an arrow and is going to immediately take the shot straight at this individual who is eating a sandwich and brushing dust off of his like coat shoulder and things like that. I don't know if he had advantage or not. Oh no, it's not advantage. It's was that bless?
Should be bliss. Yeah.
I guess the captain still has that, yeah. So that absolutely hits. Yeah, that's actually correct. Russ shoots, and he shoots the sandwich, like the partially eaten sandwich, out of this guy's hand, as the guy like kind of nimbly dodges in a way that you think a guy of his size and stature shouldn't really be able to dodge. It almost looks as if he like became partially paper, but a sandwich didn't. And Russ is just like he's really quick. And the large guy with the tiny hat sees a sandwich get shot like out of his hand. He's just like, hey, I worked really hard to craft that. And he's just like, that wasn't very nice of you. And he is staring down Russ. And that's going to be Russ's turn. That brings us to Scarlet. I'm going to say you're also able to act through the power of friendship. But
Hooray.
You're not surprised by this. You're staring this down with determination.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Radiant Bolt and damn, do that hit?
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm gonna use my last bardic inspiration to do what's this shit called? Unsettling words? Yeah.
Unsettling words it is. Everybody else, if y'all want to drag your tokens out to be kind of right around where Jerry's at, you can. That'll be important in a bit, but not right now. So a -4 to his next saving throw is actually potentially really cracked. That's going to be it for you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we move to Dalt Wisney and Rocky B, and they are going to Dalt kind of just like whispers out to him, and Scarlet, you can completely understand her when she says, you know, like charge straight at him, don't let up. And Rocky B is in fact going to do such things, and he is going to get, oh yeah, he can get like right up on this guy, and this guy is going to try to, let me move him a little bit. This guy is going to basically try to palm Rocky B's attack. Let's see if he's able to. So Rocky B is in the fray and is going to make a charge attack. Major shout out to Rocky B. We love to see it. Have not opened his sheet in such a long time.
The myth, the rhino. Siege Rhino.
Oh man. That's crazy. So he charges and is trying to like just rush straight into this guy. This guy puts out his palm and grabs Rocky B by the freaking horn, and Rocky B comes to a full like skirt, like a stop, and there is just a large jostling force. I'm going to now need Scarlet, Russ, and Dalt Wisney to make dexterity saves to see if they remain on Rocky B, or if they are fall through to the ground and knocked prone. This is Dalt Wisney. Scarlet's fine. Dalt is not. And let me roll for Russ as soon as I can find his sheet. Russ is dexterity. Oof. That is just enough for him to be good. Dalt Wisney will actually go flying 10 feet this way and is prone on the ground behind this gentleman. But Scarlet, you're good if you're still wanting to be on him, on Rocky B. But Rocky B is going to also take just a bit of recoil damage from this, which will be not that much. Okay. And then we are at the top of the round, where this guy is just kind of laughing like a is that the best you got? And he is actually going to look at Russ because Russ shot his sandwich out, and he's just like, I don't know if your little doohickey's gonna be that good at this range. And he is going to make an unarmed attack. Let me see. Unarmed strike. Is he gonna go for the Shigon? No, he's not. He's just gonna go for this. Oh well, that's definitely gonna hit. And Russ takes one straight to the dome, but this is gonna be significantly less damage than he could have done if he were not to have used a whole bunch of his key points trying to take Jerry out. So let's see. Russ takes some damage from that. And then I forgot to do Rocky B's recoil. Russ is going to be up next, taking a significant hit straight to the jaw, right in the face. And then he is going to like look at Dalt, and he's going to be like, Dalt. And he's kind of like preoccupied at the moment. And he looks at like this guy in front of him who just like socked him right in the kisser, and he's just like, why won't you just go down? And like he takes an arrow out of his thing and just goes to stab at this guy with a straight arrow. I'm just gonna roll this as an unarmed strike, but I'll do the damage for an arrow if it hits. Nice. That actually does hit. Oh my bad, I meant to do this damage because it's piercing. Let's go. So Russ stabs him on with that, and with that, Scarlet, you're able to notice something with your perception. Russ made he touched this gentleman as he stabbed into him in the shoulder, and some damage was dealt to this guy. And when Russ touched this guy as he stabbed into him with the arrow, there was a bit of it almost looks like a real life ping. Like, you know, like how you can ping on Roll20 like I just did. It almost looks like that, but it's like a white kind of aura that just like disperses from where he touched this foe. So as soon as Russ made contact, like a strange thing kind of happened in your eye.
What the hell? Russ is the answer. He's the key to all our problems.
And that is going to bring us to your turn, Scarlet.
All right, I'm going to shit. Yeah, that's concentration. I can use that.
If you do use that, you'll lose bless. Keep that in mind.
All right, I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers.
Nice. What is that, a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay.
And he still has the -4 to saves.
He does in fact have that. So let's see, wisdom saving throw, I think. It is wisdom save, DC 14. So this
Let's go.
-4. Oh wow, he got he got a 0. he got a dirty 0 on that. Which means so how do you flavor this as Scarlet? What are you whispering?
I'm like, you dirty blue collar bastard. You dare take out my crew and laugh at my rhino? You shall die here. Right with this
Crazy.
rubble. And then I attack him.
That is the shittiest damage roll you could have got, though. You got 4 damage from that. But this also means that so he gets these ramblings into his ear from you as you like kind of like verbally assault him, and he has to immediately use his reaction, if available, which it is, to move as far as his speed allows from you. But he doesn't move into obviously dangerous situations, so he is going to take the full psychic damage here. That is the dumbest thing I could have done there. I just hold on 1 second. Accidentally deleted his HP instead of changing it. Let's go. All right. Y'all are like, yeah, he can stay at 0. No, no. So he is going to, in fact,
that's cool, bro.
And it has to be away from you. Does it have to be directly away from you? Hold on, let me see. To move as far as its speed allows away from you. Okay, so his reaction, he is going to be able to move. Let me double check his speed, because this is a fast boy for such a large man. Okay, so he is going to yeet himself. Oh god. I moved him some already, but he is going to get to right about here. And as he does that, Russ gets an attack of opportunity. And so do you, Scarlet, if you so choose to use your reaction for an attack of opportunity. Or wait, I don't know if...
Oh, yes, I do.
So normally forced movement does not trigger attacks of opportunity. I'm gonna say fuck it. Let's go. Let's ball. Let's do this.
All right. Let me just use a rapier. Okay.
Okay, that does not hit. Let's see if Russ can get this to work. Unfortunately, actually, hold on, I forgot. I'm gonna he is actually gonna have advantage on this, so let me roll another flat one and we'll see if this hits. No, that is also not gonna hit. So this guy is just like seems to be kind of like overcome by a bit of a strange presence. He gets an unsettling feeling, and it's as if his body is compelled to get some distance in between the two of you. And that is going to be anything else on your turn. Like you could hop off of Rocky B if you want, or are you just staying along for the ride?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off Rocky B just in case. No, actually, no, I'm gonna stay on Rocky B.
Okay. Excellent. And then as that happens, it is going to go to Dalt Wisney's turn, who is going to stand up from being prone and kind of dust herself off. She does not have a weapon on her anymore. But she sees that Rocky B is kind of standing still right now. She's going to go to hop on and get back on there with you guys. And she did take a little bit of fall damage as well. Let me roll that right now. She flew 10 feet, so I'm just going to do 1d6 because that's how fall damage works. 3. Is this the second extended warranty joke in a row that we like a second week we've done one of these? I don't remember if it was so. Yeah, that is hilarious. So Dalt Wisney took a little bit of fall damage from getting flung off. She did get some healing last time, so she's not in that bad of shape, but she is looking a little beat up, cut and bloody in some places. But she dusts herself off and hops right back on, and she's going to use Rocky B's movement, and this guy can charge like I think 50 feet. Let me see how far that can get you guys. You guys can catch right up to this guy actually, which is crazy. And Rocky B is going to make another attack.
Let's go, Siege Rhino.
With Rocky B's charge, should be able to do some damage here. No, 15 does not hit as this guy dodges out of the way once again. And that is gonna bring us to his turn. And Dalt kind of like says to Rocky B, like, that's fine. You know, you're doing great. Just get us a little bit closer to the Jinn Project laboratory. And she kind of has a smile on her face. And Scarlet, you notice that with your perception. This guy, it looks over his shoulder after he dodges a little bit, and he sees. Oh, let me drag this for the stream. There we go. He looks over his shoulder and sees his mustachioid friend from around the corner of the building, who is making quick work of some of the fleeing NPCs from before. And he's just like, "Ah, good." And he pulls out another cucumber sandwich and starts eating that. And that is going to be his bonus action. Or no, hold on. No, he's actually going to use his action doing that. And he's going to use his bonus action to teleport with Shave. He can get a little further. There we go. And then he's going to run a little bit more this way, still feeling a bit compelled by Scarlet's action to make a little bit of a gap in between you guys while he finishes his sandwich, taking partial cover behind the corner of what's left of the building to deter Russ from being able to shoot this sandwich out of his hand, because he didn't get to enjoy the last one the whole way. And he just goes like, yeah, I'll deal with you in just a second. That's going to be his full turn. And then it is Russ. And Russ goes to knock another arrow. And he uses the same hand that he stabbed the other gentleman with. And you kind of see Scarlet with your passive that as he touches that arrow with that hand again, there seems to be another little like ping of energy. Roll me an insight. Because Russ seems oblivious to this fact. Yikes. So do you, actually. You see that it happened and you're just like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what's going on. And he knocks an arrow and is going to ready an action to shoot at this guy as soon as he's able to see him. That's going to be his whole turn. And then it is you, Scarlet. What will you do?
All right, I'm going to. Is it like what's it gonna cost to get off Rocky B?
It was just like 5 feet of movement.
All right, I'm gonna get off Rocky B, and then I'm going to. Shit. What should I do? I'm gonna move up here. And then I'm ready in action for if he comes up closer or if anybody comes in range.
So you're gonna hold your action for what?
If anybody comes in range of an attack.
Okay, like a rapier?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to ready a spell or something like that?
You can ready a spell?
Yes, so you can ready a cantrip and there's no detriment. If you ready a level spell, you lose the slot whether somebody triggers the attack or not. So that's the risk you run of a leveled spell, but you could do a cantrip.
I'm gonna see if this will work, because I know you're pretty good at dex saves. But I'm gonna use Fairy Lights.
Okay, so you're gonna ready that, or you're gonna use it right now?
I'm gonna use it right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cancel the bless.
Gotcha. So he needs to make a dex save. He does not have the -4. So let's see.
God damn it.
That's crazy. Let me turn bless off from this homie. Okay. So that was your movement and your actions. Do you have any bonus actions you wanted to do?
No, I don't got none.
Okay. And then we go to Dalt Wisney, who is gonna tell Rocky B to go wide and get a little closer to the laboratory. And Rocky B takes like a bit of a turn and starts crashing through some shit here. And he's gonna be able to get to about right. Let's see. I don't know if he wants to. Yeah, he can get to about here, and I'll say that Russ is able to take his attack like along the path here. So we'll see if Russ hits. He's on a. He does not have advantage on this one, unfortunately.
Let's go.
My boy, he's on one of his last arrows now, as he takes the shot, and it hits directly in. Scarlet, with your perception, you actually kind of notice that it seems like the arrow wasn't actually going to hit, but something corrected its path. And it seemed as if the arrow, which was going to fly in, like, let's say, as he was crossing through, like right here, it looked like it was going to go this way. But something right about here altered its path to be a dead-on hit. Russ did not see that. Dalt did not see that, but you absolutely did. And as this guy gets an arrow stuck directly into him, he is actually surprised himself and is not going. He's not going to be able to react to that, and it sticks directly into his gut. And he's just like, oh, and he like coughs up blood, and he does not get to. He drops his sandwich into the sand. There's a pun there. I'm not gonna do it. I know Dill will. And Dalt is going to call out, and she calls out to. Do we name the Falcon?
No.
All right, real quick on the fly. What are we naming this Falcon? Falco. Balincc, you got anything? You're the captain. What do you want to name this Falcon? Falco B?
You're muted, Balincc.
I was switching to mobile. My fault.
No, you're good.
Would you ask him his name?
Yeah, I was like, do you want to name it anything? And then like B Wing or like Falco B or like, I don't know, like, but if you had another name or just like Sam or something like that, whatever you want to name it. But yeah, real quick.
Falcon B Wing.
Falcon B Wing.
Falcon B Wing.
Okay, well, Dalt calls out and says, Falcon B Wing. And like Dalt calls out to it now that she's within range, and she points at Scarlet. And you see this bird just like I'm not gonna make a bird noise, but it just like screeches as it takes flight and abandons its post where it was previously ordered to go. And it is going to use its movement, and it's flying right above this tent and is going to swoop down. And it seems like it intends to pick you up, Scarlet. So if you're wanting, you can hop on it on your next turn. When Dalt is just like she's like, everything's coming together, like we got this, and she seems pretty happy about things. Now it is Sandwich Guy's turn, and let's drag the camera down a little bit as Goddard down here, the mustache man, finger pistols into some random NPCs that unfortunately are just not having a great day. And he's double tapping for sure. He's making sure the job is done, and he turns around and looks at the Sandwich Guy, and the larger gentleman who just dropped his sandwich is just like, hey, quit playing around, all right? I need some backup. These guys are a little bit more than I could chew all by myself. And he is going to use his movement to continue to flee a little bit and regroup with his buddy. And he is gonna say like, you take over, rookie. And he's just like, I gotta finish one of these sandwiches. I only got a couple left. And he is going to use his action to eat a sandwich and his bonus action to actually finish said sandwich. And as he does, it almost seems as if I think Scarlet's the only one who's going to be able to see this right now. It almost seems as if it's like when Luffy drinks milk. This guy just seems to be less scratched up, and he stops bleeding, and he is going to gain a little bit of HP right now. Next up is going to be I'm gonna roll for this guy, and he will be joining the initiative as well. And as he is kind of hailed by his buddy here, he just kind of lifts up an eyebrow. That's actually terrible. He lifts up an eyebrow and kind of points his mustache at the bar. Like one of the other half of his mustache kind of like forms the shape of a question mark. And the guy eating a sandwich with his mouth like partially full is just like, yeah, there's no way any of them survive. And he's just like, don't worry about it. These are the only ones still standing. Trust me. And this guy is now on the initiative. Then it's going to be Russ's turn. Russ is gonna ready a shot at there's a lot of things in his way right now. So he actually is probably going to hop off of Rocky B, and he's gonna be like, Dalt, keep a safe distance. Like, trust me, you've done enough, thank you. But I think I'll have a better shot. And he runs over, and he is gonna hop on this bird with Scarlet. And he's gonna ready an action for once the bird takes flight. Scarlet, it's your turn. Balincc, you are muted, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on the bird. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get on the bird and command it to fly. Excellent. Are there any actions you're gonna be taking after doing that? Such as interaction and part of your movement. Radiant Bolt. Okay. Go ahead and click that whenever you can. And I'll move you onto the bird, and I'll have it take flight. If you want me to hit Radiant Bolt, I can. Yeah, I can.
He said,
All right.
can you?
All right, I got it. Let's roll for Scarlet really quickly. That's not the button I hit. Radiant Bolt is... Oh, you got some new spells here.
Let's go.
We love to see that. Holy what? Is that right? That's crazy. Okay, so yes, Scarlet, your Radiant Bolt in fact does hit and deals 18 points of damage. Are you shooting at the Mustache Man or the Sandwich Man, as they will now be referred to as respectively?
Let's go.
Sandwich Man. All right. So Sandwich Man getting a Radiant Bolt straight to the dome, I'm assuming. That's crazy. Jared from Subway is hilarious.
What the hell?
Bro, you murdered Mikey. That's hilarious.
You caught me unaware. Suffice it to say, that was good, dude.
Okay, so Sandwich Guy gets hit by this. That's crazy. I think that's all you got on your turn. I think you're out of like all the things you could do with your bonus action. Let me know in the chat if you had anything else you wanted to do. Others are gonna move on to Mustache Man's turn. Yeah, you're done. All right, cool. I'm gonna say the bird is also gonna move on Dalt Wisney's turn. I'm gonna move Dalt onto the Rhino a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so Sandwich Man gets shot. I believe you are absolutely within range. I just want to confirm because there's 120. Yeah, you're within range. Okay, so now it is Mustache Man's turn. And I should probably open his character sheet, shouldn't I? He has made quick work of a whole bunch of the NPCs out here, and all of them are kind of just soaking the sand in Scarlet, and none of them seem responsive whatsoever. As he kind of smirks a little bit, he is going to... the funny thing about this guy is that it's not called shave for him, because he doesn't shave. He's got a sick mustache, but he does do a bit of a teleport. No, he's just gonna use foot like movement, and he's gonna weave through these cacti and get to, let's see, right about here. And what is something that he can do right now? I actually don't know if he would do that. Okay, so he is going to plunge his mustache hairs into the ground beneath his feet, and out of the area directly next to him, you are actually going to start to see his mustache fibers grow out of the ground. And it seems as if there are mustache clones that are forming around him. Sentence I never thought I would say. But yeah, so this guy just yeah, that's a thing. And all of their mustaches are like attached to the, like they're like coming out of the ground. Kind of like reverse puppeteering, like instead of like the strings coming from above, the strings are coming from below. And that's gonna be his turn. So ironically, while he's doing this, he can't use shave. Stop with the, oh my god. On Dalt Wisney's turn, a few things are gonna happen because of the animals here. So first we'll do Rocky B, and Rocky B is going to crash through this whole area here, thread the needle in between this tree and this barrel, and start to like kind of flank a bit. This bird carrying Russ and Scarlet is going to clear, like raise up like at least 30 feet up into the air and start to fly up above like the corner of the building here. Russ has prepared an action and he is going to take a shot. And he's just like, Captain, I think I can handle the Sandwich Man if you want to focus on the guy who's a little bit more up close. Does that work for you? And he just knocks an arrow, and he is let me check and see if Balincc is responding. But he is gonna fire. Let's go. Okay. And again, it seems as if this arrow was going to be whipped away by the wind from such great distance and the wing beats of the bird. But something, as he knocked the arrow, pinged, and it seems as if he is, you know, like this arrow is like locking in on the Mustache Man. And then Dalt Wisney is going to... No, that's all she can do right now. Top of the round, Sandwich Man is pissed. He is absolutely like getting berated right now every time he tries to eat a sandwich. He is looking around like, wow, yeah, you really made a mess of this place. Good work, I guess, rookie. But we're gonna need to finish them up pretty quickly. I'm losing gas here, and then we got to report back to the lady. And he starts like limbering up a little bit, and let's see, what is he gonna do? He notices Rocky B on the side, like going for the flank. And he is going to do... He doesn't have anywhere near as much enough range for that. He is going to shave this way. Oh, he can't go that far. He shaves to about right here, and then he's going to use his movement to get to right here. And then he is going to let out a Tempest Kick. So that is going to be a dexterity saving throw from Rocky B and Dalt Wisney. I'm going to do Dalt Wisney first. Dexterity. Why was that it? Oh, she does not have advantage. Oh, wow. So that's terrible, actually. And then Rocky B. Yikes. I don't think that's enough, actually, as this guy is going to do full damage to both with his Tempest Kick. He slashes through the air here. Sorry, roll 20 is bugging again, yo. For 14 points of damage. And he is just like he's like, I'll handle these two, you know, as he like yells out at the Mustache Man. It's then about to be Russ's turn. Dalt Wisney is going to almost fall off of Rocky B. And at the last second, she kind of like refocuses and like grabs onto like the side. She kind of like just saves herself just barely at the very last second. But she is not looking good at all and just took a serious hit. Rocky B is still kicking. He's doing all right now. Siege Rhino strats are paying off. He looks fine. And he slows down a bit as this all happens to try to like shoulder some of the effect, the brunt of the effect from Dalt. Russ is going to fire at one of the he does not have a good shot of the Mustache Man. I'm sorry, he does not have a good shot of the Sandwich Man, so he's gonna avert his gaze and go to the mustache guy. That is going to hit. The mustache guy is going to use his reaction to catch the arrow and snap it in half. And Russ looks and he only has 2 more arrows in his holster. Or in his quiver, whatever it's called. And he starts to kind of like grit his teeth and like sweat a little bit. He's like, oh, okay, we got this. And it is going to be the captain's turn once again. Balincc, if you're able to, let me know. While we're waiting for Balincc, though, does anybody have anything they wanted to say to Jerry while he is holding just a couple tons worth of debris from crushing you all?
You got this, Jerry. And when can we get out of here?
He's just like,
Yeah,
like. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying yeah.
You broke up bad there. But yeah, so he is kind of like gritting his teeth, and Jerry's like holding up on his bike with his like his arms like spread out like Atlas holding up the world. Like he's just like, listen, you trust your captain. She's probably gonna be fine, but I can't guarantee her safety, but I can guarantee yours. If you just wait this out, these people will keep coming back if they think you're alive.
But that's my thing is, I'm here to ensure Captain's safety.
Right.
You have to give us more than this. What's going on? What do you know?
These are government operatives, and they're licensed to kill. These types of people are only really sent out for the dirty jobs that nobody else really wants to do. They're told to have, ruthless tactics and like no discretion, no witnesses. If they think that you're dead, there's a better chance that you'll be able to survive this. If I'm being completely honest, you haven't even seen half of what they can do.
Right, but we're not going to leave our captain to die.
Yeah, no way. You have to let us out. Come on. We have to join the fight. We have to even the odds.
You know, I'll blast my way out of here if I really need to, but you know.
Jerry, we all share the same sentiment. But we have to make sure the captain is safe as well, too.
He kind of like sighs. He's just like, listen, you all said you trust your captain. And you guys are pretty resourceful. I think that right now it might be a little bit better to give it more time. If your captain can hold out a little bit longer, there's a way we can surprise these fools before they can get back to the other half of the island. But I don't see any way. Go ahead.
I'm all for a surprise attack, but I'm keeping an ear out to see what's going on with the captain. If it sounds like they're in dire straits, then it is what it is. You know, we didn't really get into this life to play it safe.
They might not even know where your captain is. Like, I mean, we heard the footfalls of the rhino go off, but like, it might not have been in the same direction. And he's just like, we just don't have enough information right now to act with confidence. And these are not the kind of people you wanna be caught slipping around. And he's like, trust me, me and the big guy, we go way back. And he isn't even close to out of gas. Unless he's gotten rusty, that is. And he kind of like laughs a little bit. He's like, the kid though, I don't know, he's something else. But we were both taught by, and he like looks at Dill and he's like, we were both taught a little something by that captain back in our primes, you know. We ended up being cut from a different cloth than a lot of the other, recruits. So they sent us off to a different island for some special training. I thought I could avoid them for a good while, but I knew that being this close to home would really, put me in trouble. I never thought Shivers would show his face around here though, or that some people like you would really be able to take him out. But maybe he's gotten rusty too.
Wait, does that mean that we could have taken you out when we first came here?
Please. Shivers is a different type because of the powers that he had. He's a lot better if he stays in one spot. Putting him out, mobilizing him was probably the stupidest thing they could have done, but I think they did it for publicity. Maybe his name holds weight, all across this island, north and south. These guys.
Funny enough, so does Dill.
I don't know nothing about a dude named Shivers, but what I do know is that if we are going to wait this out, we need to come up with a plan.
It's like, yeah, you're right. We got to use this time appropriately. Some of you are looking pretty banged up. No pun intended. It's like, you go out there.
I can take care of myself.
He's just like, he looks around at some of the other NPCs and things like people like, he's just like, he's like, there's been a lot of civilian casualties that I really couldn't prevent, but I'd be damned if I just let you guys just walk out of here without at least trying to warn you. This is the best I could have done to make sure that your lives are safe. Your captain left, and I couldn't make sure that, she was safe as well. But I don't have the heart to just let you guys just leave without at least making a good plan first. So what's the deal?
We have to come out of here eventually. Now, are you able to sense or tell anything that's going on out there?
He's just like, no, I'm kind of putting all my energy into. He like looks up above him and he's holding up this big slab of like woodwork, from like keeping all of the stone and wood from like crumbling onto all of you guys.
No, it makes sense.
I have a question. So, can I use my construct cannons? Would a cannon that I constructed be a full size one, be big enough to like serve as like a helpful support to him?
No, I'm pretty sure it does tell you that it's like, I think it says it's like small or regular sized, right? It should tell you in the spell description. But I don't think that would really be much of a help for him, but you can use that spell if you'd like right now. He mentions like, if I fix this building right now, which was gonna collapse no matter what, after that attack, like if I fix this building right now, they're gonna march right back in here, and all hell's gonna break loose all over again. If we let them get some distance, and then I fix this building, I'll be able to fix all of you as well.
How do we know when they run away?
I guess the best guess that I have right now is when that rhino's, not within earshot. As you hear,
that the rhino's chasing them,
or they're chasing the rhino. I shouldn't have said that. And he kind of like smirks a little bit,
which is also not good.
Right. I'm also not leaving Rocky B out to dry. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I will slide for Rocky.
I'm not leaving the captain out to dry.
He's just he looks at you, Bang D Boom, and he's like, what if I told you that the modifications that I made on the ship could travel a little bit faster than I'm pretty sure they can, or even that rhino?
See, now you're talking my language.
It's better for us to get them out in the desert than to try to have any more civilian casualties here in the middle of town. I'm telling you, we gotta wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
As this is all going on, Davos is like shut his eyes. He's like ruminating on everybody's thoughts, and then he opens them. And I don't know if you're cool with me doing this right now, but I was thinking I wanted to run combo, since it's a bonus action and action, 1 aid and 1 healing word on The healing word on myself, and then the aid on the three of us. And I want to say, for the captain, we'll wait.
Okay.
But only until our guts can't take it any longer.
So you go ahead and roll the healing word, and then everybody gets 5 from aid. I believe that does not, like, read your what you get from Sage carefully for me. I think you do get the bonus on your own healing word to yourself. Temporary hit points. I don't think you get anything from the aid, because aid is not like a healing spell technically. It just, I don't know. If you would read over the wording of aid and read over the wording of your I think it's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, your channel conviction or whatever it is.
Yeah, give me 1 second just to like really see.
Yeah, I'm also gonna use a healing word on myself. You know, stealing my mind to slide for Rocky B.
Got you. Okay, and then the captain had said that she is going to use bonus action Spirit Shroud as an action cast another Radiant Bolt. Hold on 1 second. I gotta read this and make sure this is something that is doable. Spell duration, this was intangible and invulnerable. Oh, okay, so Spirit Shroud is concentration. It's a bonus action, and it doesn't hit. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. And then a Radiant Bolt. I'll go ahead and say for sure that this can work.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, go, so you can go ahead and roll your Radiant Bolt if you'd like.
All right.
Also, real quick, you were right about that aid. It unfortunately does not stack with the bolstered healer.
Okay, just making sure. So everybody within the aid range, I think you get to pick 3 or 4. I don't remember, but specify who you're giving the aid to, and make sure that those people get 5 additional hit points as well as 5 additional on their maximum. Balincc, that Radiant Bolt that Scarlet fired off does not hit either of the targets that she could be aiming for, unfortunately.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna do my turn there.
Okay. Is there anything you're gonna say to Russ, or like anything you're just gonna say in general, or anything like that?
I'm gonna say we might need to get a little lower for me to do any road damage.
Okay,
oh wait, how are we at the bird?
You're like 30 feet in the air.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm gonna just tell Russ to keep his eyes open for that collar guy.
Okay, and that's gonna be now the mustache man's turn, and he is going to in unison, all 4 of these guys walk over and are gonna get underneath the bird, and tendrily mustaches are going to these guys kind of like start to daisy chain themselves like up into the air, and like through the power of stacking themselves, they are going to be able to reach up and do a, this is the wrong character sheet. They're going to be able to reach up and do a Shigon at the bird. So this guy mustache pistols, and I think that actually hits the bird. Let me confirm really quickly. That does. So 17 damage is actually a lot. And that is going to be his turn. Dalt Wisney is going to hop off of Rocky B as he like kind of skirts and turns this corner, and she kind of uses him for cover. And she's just like, I'm sorry, Rocky B, I can't help you anymore. And she's just like struggling to even stand. And she's just like, why would you do this? And she like shouts over to Sandwich Man, and he's just like, I don't even know who you are. It's nothing personal, kid. And he shrugs as he gets ready for his turn. Dalt can do a vicious mockery though, so she's gonna yell out to this guy, and she's gonna be like, you can cut the crust off your sandwiches all you want, but that doesn't make them, you know, healthy if you keep eating like 4 or 5 of them, like. And she just like she tries to just, I guess, like talk mad shit to this guy, and he's going to make a wisdom save.
What are you, some health nerd? Eating sandwiches.
He's just like, I don't cut the crust off for like, you know, it's not about health, okay? I just don't like the texture. And he's just like, he shrugs it off like nothing. It's gonna be his turn, and he is going to walk up and attempt to finger pistol Rocky B. Actually, I'm sorry, Rocky B has movement on her turn, so Rocky B is gonna be able to like go and attempt to gore at this guy. He doesn't have enough movement to be able to charge though. What do you guys think, gore or stomp?
Gore.
Gore him.
Just stab him with the horn.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
It's brutal.
Yo, that's crazy. Okay, so this guy is gonna use his reaction to say psych to that, but he's reactionless right now. Then it's his turn, actually. I'm almost positive there is no way that he doesn't reflect all of the damage, but let me double check. Oh, there is a way that he doesn't reflect all of the damage. No, there's not. It's literally impossible. Okay, so he almost gets like absolutely like pieced up by Rocky B, and just like narrowly dodges it. He's going to let out a finger pistol, which no, he actually can't. Oh my god. Okay, unarmed strike at Rocky B. Does that hit? Does Rocky B just juke this dude? Oh, no, that absolutely hits. Jesus. No. Okay, so this dude just wails into Rocky B here. And Rocky B is starting to look a little bit like bloodied and cut up. He has some armor. It's just not a lot. And this guy is going to use his bonus action to let's see. He can shave to right here. And then he's going to make an unarmed strike on Dalt Wisney. Which is not good, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. So Dalt is going to be knocked unconscious, and she is down. And with that, he kind of like laughs a little bit. He's like, where's your rhino now? And he just like looks behind him as Rocky B is a little bit beat up, cut and bloodied. And she drops to the sand. And Russ sees this as this guy has stepped out from behind the tent in the tree, and he has a clear line of sight of this guy. And Russ is seeing red and is furious. And he is going to take the shot. Nice. So he shoots at this person who has spent their reaction. He's going to hit for 11. And something in his mind is going to he can't move fast enough, and he literally has one more arrow, and he is like Scarlet, you just hear him like if only I could have my arrow come back to me. And as that happens, oh man, that's unfortunate.
It's inspiration or something, bro.
The arrow that was just shot into the big guy, and like winged him in the arm and like did some damage and stuck into the sand, whizzes right back to Russ, just barely missing the individual that he was aiming for, and he looks surprised and catches his arrow as it flew back to him. And Scarlet, you see all of that going on. Dill, where are you on the initiative?
I accidentally rolled it while I was moving my character sheet. My bad.
No, you're
I
good.
did it while we were doing the plan discussion earlier.
So yeah, Scarlet, you just saw all of that happen as well. And it is your turn.
All right. So is the mustache man still doing that ladder thing that they did last time?
Yeah. He's like standing on top of two of his like homies, his mustache clones, and that way he can be within range to Shiga on you. So you could maybe tell the bird to go higher or tell the bird to go somewhere else, or like, but the bird is within opportunity attack range if this person chooses to use their reaction on that.
All right, I'm going to like, if I move back, does that cause opportunity attack, or should I have the bird move?
I mean, you're 30 feet in the air. You can move a little bit on this bird, but like you are not necessarily in threat of being opportunity attacked. It's this big old bird that you're on right now that would. And if this bird goes down, you go down with it, meaning 30 feet of fall damage, which is 3d6.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna tell. I guess I'm gonna have the bird stay right there. I'm going to. Actually, no. I'm gonna move right here. I'm gonna have the bird back up like 5 feet, at least, and then I'm gonna go and see this mustache man.
Okay. I'm just gonna move the bird a little bit out of the way. Yeah. Okay. And you're going to Balincc this mustache man, which is a dexterity saving throw. Is that correct?
Yes. Balincc.
Okay, so 12 damage is pretty good. I'm gonna actually have him do this at disadvantage because he is focusing. He's focusing on a very difficult technique right now. Dexterity save.
Damn. Let's go.
Wow. All right, so 12 points of damage is.
That would've been fucking cracked for him.
Yeah, it really would have been. So you successfully cut into him. Did you want to flavor this in any specific way? Also, are you saying anything to Russ, who you just saw do some crazy shit?
Wait, before I do that question, did my spirit shot activate from last turn?
It did. So that's an extra, what is it? D8 or D10? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's just a D8.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll that.
That's just 2 damage.
Hey, 2 damage is something. So this guy took a little bit more. That's actually crazy. Oh my god. And then yeah,
like,
go ahead.
I'm like, I told your fellow he was gonna die on these lands. I guess you're next. Mustache man.
Let's go.
Ooh, I rhymed for once.
That's a bar. I'm gonna say with that, you actually get one use of your bardic inspiration back. You haven't used your bonus action this turn, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, if you're down for this, I think that as those words resonate, there's going to be a bit of a special rule of cool, not at all abusable in the future, but we ride tonight, you know, like boss encounter thing that I'm wanting to implement. The mustache man will suffer from unsettling words, and I will say that each of your crewmates also gains bardic inspiration from this.
Let's go.
So everybody has, yeah, you guys all underneath the wooden slab right now feel the words of your captain as your captain successfully Balinc'd straight into this mustache man, talked mad shit, and you kind of feel these words like echoing like down your spine, even, and it empowers you. So everybody has one bardic inspiration die. It is on your sheet. You're able to use it. I think you have the next 10 minutes. Otherwise you lose it. And you can use it on a saving throw, a skill check, or an attack roll. Once you use it, it is gone. You are not forced to use it right away, though. You can hold on to it. And this guy is going to suffer from unsettling words from that. So, Balincc, if you want to roll the unsettling words. 1. That's crazy. Okay, so this guy is going to take a -1. But you guys all have your own individual bardic inspiration dice as you feel much more confident in your captain and their abilities after experiencing this crazy wave of like inspiration throughout the air. Cool. Mustache Man's turn. He is going to like he kind of like struggles to. I'm actually gonna make a bit of another thing really quickly. I'm gonna do a dexterity save just to see if because he was standing on top of like 2 of himself. I'm gonna see if he like eats shit and falls. Just unlikely, but maybe. Oh, he doesn't have disadvantage. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. This guy's gonna fall and take some damage. Actually, as that happens, instead, like as you see, like one of them fall, it just disappears into like it was one of the mustache individuals, and it wasn't the real him. It's like whenever Naruto's shadow clones get hit instead of his main body, like it's just like a poof of mustache hairs, you did, yeah. So one of them is down. So now there's like less of the clones, basically, and it is his turn. So that's actually like really correct. I feel like on his turn he is looking directly at you, Captain Scarlet, and he is going to make a rankyaku at you. So it's going to be a dexterity saving throw. It's a pretty high DC, not a whole lot of damage though. I'm going to make the Falcons, I'm going to make Falcon B Wing his saving throw. You only take half of that, which is 2 damage, Balincc. And Falcon B Wing, which I'll change the name of in a bit.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude. Okay, so yeah, homie is really not feeling it after getting like mad shit talked to him last round. So Falcon B Wing is also only going to take 2 damage from this, which puts him at that number right there. Then we have Dalt Wisney, and Dalt is going to make an unalive saving throw. Roll 20 just crashed. All right, we're back.
I was about to say, I think you accidentally had her on 2GM.
Wouldn't that build suspense though if I didn't tell you guys? So that's one in the success. Okay. So she is hanging on, but barely. And homeboy is gonna see that what just happened, and he looks at Russ and is super confused. The sandwich man is completely baffled at what just happened here, and he stops paying attention to Dalt all in all, seeing that she's like bleeding out and is struggling to even remain conscious. And he's just like, you're not going anywhere, I'll deal with you in a second. And he looks at the rhino and looks at Russ, and he's just like, what was that thing you just did there, kid? It's a pretty cool little trick. And he like looks a little confused. He is going to get behind the tree and make another attack at Rocky B. That rhymed. Oh, I'm sorry. Rocky B can move on her turn. Did he can do an attack. So I'm gonna do another Rocky B attack, and then we'll see if Rocky B gets hit. So Rocky B is going for stomp this time.
Go.
Nice. And homeboy gets knocked prone. So let me drag him back over by Dalt Wisney. Prone is actually not a great thing though, because that's gonna mean that Russ is gonna have to attack at disadvantage with ranged attacks. But Rocky B stomps on this dude. Then it is his turn, and he let's see. Yeah, I mean he's probably just gonna get up. Stomp him in the nuts is crazy. And he's gonna try to let's see. That actually does hit Rocky B.
No.
That is exactly his AC.
They have no level up for Rocky B. It's the miscarriage of justice.
Well, this is definitely gonna be something that gets him a level up if he hangs in there. Okay, so this guy is gonna take some damage from this. And Rocky B is not looking good. He is huffing. He is losing a significant bit of blood, and he is scratched up all over except for his horn just shining in the moonlight. This guy can make 2 attacks. I'm sorry.
No.
He is going to actually attempt to. No, yeah, he sees that Rocky B is weak. He's gonna try to finish the job. Actually,
No way, bro.
what in the world, dude?
No.
Rocky B's still up. Rocky B didn't hear no bell ring. And Rocky B is hanging on with every fiber of his being, saying like he will not give up. As that happens, this guy did stand up. Russ is looking at both of his arrows, and he sees the one with the homeboy's blood on it, and he's just like, all right, you're my lucky arrow. And Russ is going to fire his second to last arrow at homeboy. And this is actually huge. Let's see. He is going to use Bardic Inspiration on that.
Oh,
That's tragic, bro. Okay, so it missed and landed in the sand behind the Sandwich Man. And then he is going to he's gonna be like, all right, Lucky Arrow, do your thing. And the Sandwich Man is just like, yeah. You're losing your shine, kid. And the arrow is going to fly right back. And a 21 does in fact hit. And it lands into this guy's like spine as he's like talking shit. Let's go. Oh my god, is that actually, hold on. So yeah, Russ has unlocked some hidden potential here, and Russ is firing on all cylinders and truly believes that with the power of his lucky, this is crazy. Okay. Homeboy is taken by surprise, and the Sandwich Man starts coughing up blood, and he is, I'm not going to tell you anything specific right now, but Sandwich Man and Rocky B are both on the exact same amount of HP. That's all I'm going to say. And that is Russ's turn. As the arrow does not return back to him, it is stuck in the back, like the square in the back of the Sandwich Man. Russ has one more arrow. And then we have Captain Scarlet.
All right. I'm going to. Shit. I'm going to cast Radiant Bolt on the Mustache Man. Did he fall back to the ground or not?
Two of his dudes are like right underneath you, still like stacked up, and one of them's on the ground. The one that fell was just a mustache clone. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Which one?
Just the ones that's like right under me.
This one?
If I had to choose, I'm gonna say this one.
Okay, got you. So go ahead and fire.
Oh wait, nope, not that. Oh.
Well, I don't know.
Let's go!
Oh my god! Let's see it. This is gonna be
much better than this.
Big damage. Oh wow! So it
sounds like this.
I used to play for times like this.
Is that 33 damage? That's actually crazy. As this guy lights up. 33 is insane, actually. So I gotta do math really quickly. Oh wow. Okay, so as you do that, these two mustache clones, you could see all of them illuminate, and only one of them has a skeleton. And so since the illusion has been dissipate, you've hit through the illusion, his other mustache clones like become so staticky, and they like puff out, and he recalls them back through the ground, and they return to his mustache. His mustache pulls out of the sand, and he kind of straightens it out and combs it a little bit. And you can see his like eyebrows are like really furrowed, and he is not looking great. There's like smoke coming off of him after that, and like all of his hair seems to be staticky, and he's like fixing it really quickly. Okay, so it's your action, and anything else on your turn? I think that was it for you. Let me know if there was anything else you're gonna do. I'm gonna make a unaliving saving throw for adult Wisney.
Oh shit, I was mute.
No, you're good.
Oh, I was just using unsettling words. That's it. That's my last one.
Ooh.
Oh, she's 1-1.
That's 1-1 right now. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Okay. It is Homeboy's turn, and he is looking absolutely terrible and needs cover and needs to get the heck out of Dodge. He is going to he's making direct eye contact at like this rhino looks exhausted, and he's like yeah, let's see if you can keep up. He is going to shave, and believing he can outrun the rhino at the current state that it's in, and he is going to run over here and pair up with his buddy, and he is like we gotta split, buddy. And he's like losing a whole lot of blood, and he's like, I need medical attention. These guys can wait, they're not going nowhere. And he looks at the bird, and he is going to make another Rankyaku. So that is going to be a dexterity saving throw from the bird, as well as Balincc and Russ. Let's see.
Let's go.
Oh, wow. So that is literally exactly what you needed to hit. Wow, that is terrible damage. So let me roll for the bird and roll for Russ. And he's really aiming for Russ with this, but let's see how he does. Let me turn off advantage. Okay, so Russ is going to take the full brunt of that. I'm actually going to do a thing here in a second. Let's do the bird dexterity.
Let's go.
Okay, so the falcon is fine and is only going to take 1 slashing damage from that, which is crazy. But Scarlet is also only going to take 1 slashing damage from that. Russ is going to take the full brunt of that, but he's also going to make another dexterity save to see if he stays on the bird.
Let's go.
So he's good. Yeah, absolutely. And with that, that is going to be this guy's turn. And then we have Russ, who has 1 more arrow. And he is going to fire with all of his might.
Wish to hit both of them.
Oof. So yeah, he kissed the arrow a little bit beforehand, and he's just like, let's see if you're lucky too. And he tries to recall the arrow. Nah, it does recall, but it doesn't hit anyone on the way back, and he pulls it back to himself, and he's just like, okay. All right, focus. And like that is going to be his whole turn. And then we go back to Captain Scarlet. What will you try to do?
All right, I'm going to
You have two targets right below you now. They are both looking pretty winded.
I do. All right, I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that this does something, because it's not really much I can do. I'm gonna do fairy lights again.
Okay, let's go. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna make a deck save.
2 deck saves. I'm gonna say that this guy has disadvantage. Dexterity save. That still passes, unfortunately. And then we have this other guy who is going to... Oh. Wow. So both of them are actually fine from this. No. Unsettling words was he's still fine. Fuck. Okay. God damn it. So that is going to be your action, correct?
Oh, I don't really got nothing to do for a bonus action. I'm just on my turn.
Dalt is going to make another one of these.
Let's go.
Okay, so it's another in the green. As she calls out to Rocky B, and she's just like, you did a great job. And she like coughs up blood, and she's just like, go help the others. I'm fine. Trust me. And Rocky B is going to charge over this way. And Russ is going to yeet off of the bird and no, it's not even his turn. He's not going to be able to do that right now. Fuck. But this does call attention to this direction. He sees that Dalt is like losing more blood, and she sent Rocky B over here, and he's just like freaking out. He has no idea what to do. He's like kind of paralyzed at the moment, but he just wants to like end this person, like get this problem dealt with, but he's so worried about her. Then we have Sandwich Man, who is like he's just like, all right, we can worry about them later, like seriously. And he looks like he's really not having a great time. And he is going to put his hand on the shoulder of Mustache Man, and you see both of them disappear. And he's given this one all he has. They are going to reappear over here and immediately start bolting. And Mustache Man looks upset, but he, like, as he's looking back at you, Scarlet, he like furrows his brow, and you get the feeling like this isn't over. Like he's a man of 0 words, but you kind of feel with his gaze like he's kind of like this won't be the last you see of me type vibes. And this guy is going to run with his full speed off of the map. It is actually Russ, and then you both have hold on. Yeah, Russ is going, he has 1 arrow left, and he can still fire at Sandwich Man, but Sandwich Man does have his reaction this turn. And Russ is going to choose to not fire at Sandwich Man and jump off the bird and try to go do what he can to help Dalt. And he's just like, I'm sorry, Captain. So that's going to be his turn, is just getting off the bird. Scarlet, what will you do? I will say Sandwich Man is way too far out of your reach, whereas Mustache Man is... I don't actually know. He's out of reach for certain things. Or you can have the bird move.
What's the bird's movement?
I think it's like 50, so you can get pretty close to this guy.
All right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have the bird move. Commanded to follow that man, chase him down. That's dinner.
Its normal movement is 60, but it's taken a bit of damage. Let me look at its max health versus what. Oh yeah. It can move 50 feet, so you can get within 15 feet of this guy. Do you want it to be like low to the ground or stay about 30 feet up or what?
I'm gonna stay 30 feet up.
Okay. That's the bird's movement. And then did you want to do anything with your action or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna radiant bolt this guy.
Let's see it.
Just. Damn.
Yeah, I don't even think your full 8 would help you if you were to roll your bardic on that or anything like that.
I'm gonna lucky Scarlet this one.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Let's
you
go.
You have to go with the second one though.
God damn it!
That's crazy. So that happens. We will see how Dalt is doing. This is actually like stressing me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like with.
Oh thank God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, she is. That is her third in the green. She is stabilized at 0 HP. Oh my God, dude! If she hit a net 1 though. Russ is gonna run over here and like start focusing on her, trying to like use tourniquets and put pressure on the wound and things like that. He's not very good at medicine. Like I can roll that in a bit, but then we have this guy is going to use his teleport and his full movement to also go off map. These guys are absolutely beaten feet. They are booking it out of here. As they are both injured, and you see these agents retreating with their tails between their legs and leaving little tracks of blood in the sand that are starting to be obscured by the winds. I'm assuming that you're going full speed with the bird after them, or what is your course of action immediately after seeing this, Scarlet?
Are you talking about like Dalt?
Oh, you. Like Dalt has been stabilized, and you wouldn't really. You could hear something in the back of your mind. Like I don't know if you could see Dalt over like the tree in the way and stuff like that, but you kind of hear in just reverberating in the back of your headspace some sort of like voice, and it sounds like Dalt. And she, although there's no way that you could actually hear her from how far up in the air and Rocky B's like stomping feet and the flapping of these wings and things like that, like you're not hearing her actually say this, but you feel like you hear it in your mind. That as Russ runs up to her, she says, I'm fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. And she just coughs up a little bit of blood, and Russ like starts lecturing her like what were you thinking? Like, but you do hear that Dalt is okay somehow in your brain.
I'm gonna start talking to the bird. Is that possible?
Make me
better.
What are we gonna rule this? I mean, this would be an animal handling. I'm gonna give you advantage.
Oh, say that one time you had cut out.
It's an animal handling with advantage.
All right.
Let's go.
Is there anything you want to add to that?
I don't think I can. I can't add anything to that.
Okay. With a 14, what are you trying to say to the bird?
I'm gonna tell the bird to what, like, fly over, and then I'm gonna like try to pick up Dalt and Russ, and I want to go to the wreckage, all like the trash and whatnot from the broken building, to see if I can recover any bodies.
Okay. And yeah, you're able to pick up Russ and Dalt Wisney, and the bird is able to catch up with Rocky B, who's a little bit slower because of how beat up he is. And while that happens, let's go ahead and see what the rest of the crew are thinking. You can't really hear Rocky B anymore. You can't really hear anything going on outside whatsoever. The last thing that you guys all heard was the voice of your captain talking mad shit to the mustache man. And it
we're just ready to get out of here. So Harry, let us out.
have y'all made like any plan to is there any other discussion? Okay, so y'all are just gonna pop out.
Yeah.
I'm following Dill's lead, so the second Davos is like a live wire, like the second Dill moves, he's after him too. I was kind of picturing something like Luffy, Usopp, and Karoo bursting out of like the vegetation in Little Garden, maybe. But like I said, I'm following Dill's lead here.
I just thought we were just going straight out the front door.
Bro. Okay, so if you guys both pop out and Jerry's just like, wait, and then like immediately you'll see approaching you is your captain, airborne with a really beat up Rocky B and a really beat up Dalt Wisney and Russ with one arrow left. As you guys emerge from the wreckage.
What just happened to my token?
I have no idea.
Jerry, you can either let the building fall or put it back up now.
Right. Let us out.
I mean, you guys could just like crawl through if you wanted. Like he's only holding something up. Like but yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Either let it fall or build it back up at this point.
I'm gonna immediately go over to Rocky B and cast a healing word.
Healing word, all right. Jerry just like sighs and he's just like all right. And he lets go and he kind of like hoists it up and throws it up in the air, and he claps his hand, or he claps his hands before it can like fall back down on him. And as that happens, you will notice one by one each of the individual pieces of rubble start to reset and fix themselves, and everything seems to like fly back into its perfect place. Pieces of rubble from underneath your feet like kind of like to catch you by surprise, and you are able to witness this bar being completely reconstructed in front of you around Jerry.
It's crazy.
And he's gonna moments later he pops his head out of this window over here, and he's just like the hell happened? And he looks at the captain specifically like there's no way you all took him on, right? Like that's crazy. He literally just like has like a sheer look of astonishment on his face.
Yeah, I guess we'll just ask the captain where they went.
No, they just left. They went that way.
He's like, yeah, I figured they'd still be alive.
Yo, I got a bone to pick with this man. Who the hell is those people?
Like, well, if you see them and you're still alive, let's just say you're lucky. I don't know what you did, but your crew really believed in you. I gotta be honest. I had no idea. I was really hoping you would stay in there and I could guarantee your safety, but you made it out. So good job. I actually have a lot of questions to ask you. Like,
no, I'm asked the questions.
I think we have questions to ask you.
I just want to know who the hell they work for, where they come from, and how do you know we here?
He's like, well, the most important thing is, and he looks out to the he gestures to the docks and he's like, they didn't come here on any ship, so they can't really get too far. That means they probably crossed the mountains.
Well, we can probably catch up to them. You know, if we take the ship.
They'll want to regroup, and something's telling me there's gonna be another storm coming through shortly, so they'll want to find shelter as well. It should be pretty easy to find them, but they won't get far. Come on in. First round's on me. And he's like, we can talk about everything, over some ale.
I just realized he fixed the building.
I think the next couple of rounds are on you because I paid you to be able to fix the building, but you can just do it. So,
and as you notice that, like, he kind of has like more gray hair around his goatee, like as you say that. With your shitty passive, but everyone can kind of see that this man's put on a couple years just in the past couple of minutes, it seems. And he's just yeah, we can clear out the last barrel I got, but I really can't do much more than that. And he's like, but yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And with that, we are going to call it here, and have a bit of an opening to next session with more role play, because I don't want to keep y'all for too much longer.
No.
But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know exactly how that was all gonna go out, but insane that Scarlet and Russ almost took out these two dudes. Russ is also extremely fucking confused and has a lot of questions as well. So lots of shit to go over next session. This is exactly where we'll pick up. Before everyone goes, we are going to read a cover story here in just a second. I'm going to also give my players a chance to one by one let you know what they got going on. Brother Dill, why don't you let the folks know what's going on?
Yo, check us out back here next week, same time. Group 2 solos. Gonna be taking place in the level 20 one shot. That's gonna be this coming up Saturday. Looking forward to it. I got a lot of great people in that. Kev's wanting us to throw the kitchen sink at him, so he's getting damage straight done to his max HP. No holds barred, you know how it goes.
Yo, for another session, Azrael is still living. For all the doubters out there, for everybody praying on my forearm downfall, he's still standing.
Oh my god! Nobody do that, Elton John.
At the door.
Yes, sir.
But nice, excellent. So yeah, Balincc, you got any other sessions coming up that you want to plug? Anything else you want to shout out to the crowd, to the chat while we got them?
I mean, no, usually TLE we do weekly sessions. You know, we got group 2 going on, group 13 on Wednesdays, and then you got Marine Sundays. So if you ever feel like you want to chill and watch us play some D&D, you know, hop in the server. And one of these days we're gonna be in a D&D pit just chilling and having campaigns.
Let's go. Pete, you got anything you want to say to the chat?
Nothing in particular. You know, follow last arc, and you know, we'll see y'all next week.
Let's go. Brother Ragnar, where you at? You still here with us?
I don't believe so.
No, he had to call it. It's fine. He is in basically every single campaign, so you can definitely catch him like in all of the last arc ongoings. I didn't want to go too much longer because I know he can't really stay too much past this time. Then we got the W Helmsman. We got Torimori, Mikey D. I know you got some hype stuff coming up, right?
I do indeed. I'll see you guys here same time next week but on May 2nd, Thursday, I will be kicking off my campaign with our very first session. The current party is Lucas, and I'll leave out their roles so you can go and figure out what those will be on the stream page already up. Like it in advance, get ready for it. But we got Lucas, Cody, Angel, Ragnar as well, and Azor, or some might know him as Draj on TLA's, or on Discord rather. I'll say he is Azor on the TLA Discord. But May 2nd, Thursday, about 3 to 3:15 p.m. we'll be starting. I hope to see some of you there. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Chat. Yeah. I've seen you guys popping off tonight. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having us as always, Vex.
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely be there. Yeah, I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I'm super excited. Yeah. But yeah,
I can't wait to see you all. Thank you.
Lots of good shit popping. I'm super happy to see more people take up the helm. And I also wanted to give a huge shout out because as of 3 days ago, Group 2 has officially been a thing for 1 year. Shout out to 1 year. I said a whole bunch at the D&D Awards as well. Yes, it is going to be on Straw Hat Lucas's channel, Mikey's campaign, if you guys wanted to go check that out. You are a mod, Lucas. You can
absolutely,
you can plug that if you want, because I have too many things open right now. But yeah, I just wanted to say major shout out to Group 3. I see Blinkas was in the chat talking mad shit about Ragnar. And also Group 2 for 1 full successful year. It's technically not the full anniversary of when we had our session 0 or our first session, but it is when the groups were assigned, like was on the actual Group 2 channel that we all post in each week and things like that has been a thing for just over a year now. Crazy shit. I love my players. Literally could not do this without you all, and thank you guys so much for your time, your dedication, and for helping build this crazy story that we're all in. And major shout outs. I could speak for hours on how much that means to me, and like for real, thank you. And thank you all, everybody in the chat who shows up each week and who shares in the hype and the splendor of the Scarlet Pirates. But I'll keep it short. If you guys want to hear me, just ramble and shit like that, join the Discord in the description. But I'll go ahead and close us out after I read the most recent cover story. Exterior. A tidy and well-maintained wooden dock can be seen stretching to line the entire western coast of an island. A mountain range splits the land in two, and where the ocean meets the mountain is a sprawling port with dozens of dry docks, piers, wharfs, platforms, and many large wooden buildings atop the water. The ebb and flow of the tides carries a ship with tattered sails to one of the many harbors, covered by the dark of night. The ship seems to be in great disrepair, and a balding man with his jaw on the floor and his eyes wide took in the sight with awe and disbelief. Ain't no way. How'd this heap still floating? You got some crazy luck, you know that? Keep quiet. I'll tell you all about it after we get her fixed up and offload the precious cargo. Is it just you? Yeah, we've been spread pretty thin lately. Not too many jobs for some reason, but we told a bunch of the apprentices to take the month off. What, am I not enough? Well then, it's good to know that your head can be used as a flotation device in case of emergency. A man aboard the ship whispered to the docks as he began tossing hefty crates overboard to the balding man. Their banter could barely be heard over the slapping of the waves against the dilapidated vessel. Well, I'm sure that Tempest won't be able to compete with this merchandise, so your penny pinching days are about to be over, old man. You really think that this is that big of a deal? Well, I just told you I'm a bit strapped for cash, so don't try to oversell yourself to me. I can guarantee you that this stuff works. I sailed all the way from the New World through a calm belt to get here, just to prove it. You what? Keep it down. You'll see. This product will make wave across every sea in no time. Now hurry up and hoist my ship. She's taking on a little bit of water. I'm not much of a shipwright, so I don't think the patch job will hold much longer. To be continued.
Also, I want to shout out to Vex, the DM